Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about posture check. So sometimes we can find ourselves a bit sagging at the front or not holding ourselves up in a good way. And so I wanted to clear some energy around our posture and around taking care of ourselves at this point in time. And hope that you're well. I've certainly just been fighting some bugs, and also wearing myself down. So hope you're doing better than me. Anyway, we live and learn. So a few years ago, I learned a technique called ABCs, which stands for Advanced Biostructural Correction. So basically, you're looking at bones that move forward, which your body cannot correct itself. And so it's like we're correcting the ones that your body feels it cannot do. So myself, I have to go and be checked because I can't do it myself. And my sister used to work with me, and so she would check me. But so now I have to go and be checked. And it makes a big difference because as the bones are corrected, you stand more upright, and it's like you can't slouch. So it's like working on your body to help the structure to be more correct. And of course, you've got to think about all the wiring to your organs comes from your spine and your brain. So it's like we need our nervous system to be given the best possible chance to function, and also to allow our organs their best wiring, and also our posture will allow our organs the best room to sit as well. So, are there any parts of your body that are complaining that we might want to clear energy about? If not, we'll talk a bit more about our posture. So let's start with it's okay to be standing up tall. It's okay for me to have good posture. And how about it's okay to be seen? Because sometimes our bad posture can be, well, young girls, it can be they want to hide their breasts, or sometimes we don't want to be seen. We don't want to look people in the eye. So sometimes these things can prevent us from having a good posture. All right, so let's go to the crown chakra. So I guess if we see ourselves as the magnificent creatures that God created, we should be able to hold our head up high. But sometimes we don't feel our divine creation, our full divine creation, and so we may not hold ourselves up high and look people in the eye. All right, I'm not measured by possessions or connections. Let's say I love myself as I am. And it doesn't mean that we have to already be perfect. Good morning, Jenny. It's like accepting who we are now, allowing ourselves to grow by grace, and allowing ourselves to be constantly becoming better than we are. All right, age 8. All right, so where were you? What were you doing when you were 8? Some stuck emotions from that time. Okay, being disloyal to self. And sometimes we do things for other people to like us. You know, we may do things because we want to be accepted or loved or belong. Okay, I'm fun and spiritual. Sometimes we can get a bit serious, isn't it? Okay, Jenny says, you 3, scary teacher. Okay, so is that a teacher that would make you want to hide, that you didn't want to, hold yourself up to your full stature, or didn't want to be seen, perhaps? The feeling of not feeling approval. Oh, she favoured the pretty girls. I see. So that's not great, is it? Excuse me, I've had a lovely cough. Mm. All right, my mind functions optimally. So sometimes when we're in these situations where we don't feel approval, it's like our mind gets a bit scrambled and we don't know what to think, or we don't know what to say, or we feel inadequate in some way. Okay, something's stuck in our mind. My body grows correctly and in proportion. Picture of Elf. Yeah. Yeah, I had a very quiet day yesterday. All right, let's go into the heart chakra. Good affirmation for me now. I'm confident the healing power of God's love will heal my mind, heart, and body. All right, and I acknowledge my own loveliness. All right, age 3 connected to acknowledging our own loveliness. So where were you? What were you doing when you were 3? I'm going to go into the brow chakra. Upper sinus congestion, that's me. All right, I replace all negativity surrounding myself and others with positive energy. All right, I choose to be happy and balanced. Jenny's saying allergies and conjunctivitis last week. Yeah. Sometimes it's like feeling we're not doing a good job. And the allergies is coming up, feeling aggravated by someone or something. Oh, thanks, Catherine. Thanks for your message. She said her posture is so bad because the osteo feel grotesque and don't want to be seen. I remember believing that right now about healing. So age 3 is hers. All right, sorry about that, Catherine. I missed your comments. I wasn't checking. Thanks for the message. So I think a lot of things are determined when we're little kids about how we feel about ourselves, um, how other people treat us, how we think we should be treated. A lot of things happen when we're little kids. And so it's almost like unlearning how we've seen ourselves or how we feel about ourselves. Right, more stuck feelings. Right, feeling like we can't change. Which I can understand that one. I feel always obligated to help other people or to do, to do the things that I'm committed to do. But sometimes it's too much, and sometimes we have trouble to say that it's too much, or we may have trouble speaking up for ourselves or asking for help, or yeah, not being able to communicate what's needed for ourselves, not wanting to be a pest. All right, let's say I connect easily to my spirit. Because I guess if we see the spiritual perspective of it, it's like every problem that we have is the opportunity to become stronger. Sometimes we don't like the problems, and we feel we want to measure ourselves on the problems, but we are not our problems, and the problems are the opportunity for change and growth. All right. So Catherine says she feels overwhelmed by that very thing. Yeah. We don't want to be a pest. We don't want to be, taking up too much of people's time or effort. Yet we're taught, aren't we, that we're supposed to give service. So sometimes we have to give service, but sometimes we have to receive service. Somebody has to be willing to receive it. All right, so let's ask what's preventing us from changing. So generational baggage. Let's go mum's side. So mum's dad's side and the men. Like 83 generations. So there's a lot of people, isn't it, that these patterns are stuck in. So I guess we're here to change the pattern, to make a difference. It's safe to change. Age 16 is hiding in there. All right, feelings of helplessness. I guess it's like getting out of our own heads sometimes, isn't it? It can be difficult. All right, I'm balancing out my time issues. So Catherine says, I don't feel change is safe because of my fears, and I'm dealing with hopelessness big time. Yeah, sometimes it feels hard to change, and it feels hard to believe it's possible for things to change. I feel like my knees are a great example of that. My knees used to be so terrible. One I did have a arthroscope operation many years ago when I tore knee cartilage. Knowing what I know now, I shouldn't have operated on it. I should have allowed it to heal, but I was impatient. Anyway, that leg's Bowie, and at one point I couldn't run, I couldn't squat. So gradually, with the help of a trainer, slowly, it's improved, and it's a lot better than it was. So no matter how bad things are, they can improve. It's like our body is always trying to heal. So it's like giving it the right fuel, working gently and kindly with the things that are difficult to help them to improve. All right, so it's safe to improve. Sometimes we have our problem because we want to avoid doing things, or we want to avoid life, or we want to withdraw from life. All right, I'm able to heal. All right, so generational on that one. So that's mum's side. And the women. A lot of women, it goes out many generations. And sometimes they didn't have the opportunity or the space, so they just had to keep going. I guess allowing ourselves the space and the time to heal, and the ingredients to heal, and the headspace to heal, the faith to heal. All right, we're going to go into the crown chakra now. I relax and trust the process of life. And I guess everything that happens gives us the opportunity to look at life differently, doesn't it? Like, I could have been stuck with my knees how they were, but they improved. Um, there are still sometimes they might give me a little sting, but it's like often it's emotional rather than a physical thing. So, and sometimes it can be that I'm not eating great. So it's like needing to eat anti-inflammatory to feel better in the body. Sometimes to be not eating our feelings down, which can be hard not to do. All right, my spirituality has complete permission to flow through me unrestrained. And I guess all these experiences that we have do give our spirit the opportunity to grow through our physical experiences, because I think that's the fastest way to grow. My nerves and intercellular pathways are connecting. It's amazing what the body can heal. And it's also amazing how the body can straighten as well. But it's a work in progress. And I guess it's having the patience and the tenacity to keep sticking at it and keep doing the things that are necessary to help ourselves and not to give up. All right, so we're looking at the value or the virtue of gentleness. So sometimes we're awful to ourselves. The things that we say to ourselves, we would never say to another person, but we can speak very rudely to ourselves. And we want our body to express itself well. So we need to believe in it and have love to our body and accept the problems and what we're supposed to learn from them. Oh, okay. I know how to stand up for myself and still respond with gentleness. I see the other person's point of view and respect their opinions. Right, so now we're going to go into the earth chakra. So under the base chakra is the earth chakra, which connects us actually into the earth. So it's like our energy field is actually right into the earth. So we need that connection to the earth. All right, so it's taking off your shoes and walking on the beach or the grass. So, even if you take a chair outside and just put your feet on the grass. So the oil spikenard. So spikenard is the oil that there was an alabaster box and a woman put the spikenard ointment all over the Saviour, and some of the apostles were critical, but the Saviour allowed her to do that and was grateful for it. So spikenard is about gratitude. So spikenard encourages the soul to surrender and accept life exactly as it is. It invites individuals to let go and find an appreciation for all of life's experiences. So there are many experiences that we have that we may not like, but it's like, well, what did I learn from that experience? So gratitude is an expression of complete acceptance and abundance. A grateful person is content with what they have. Spikenard teaches individuals to be grateful for their challenges as well as their blessings. It also assists individuals in transcending their sorrows through being grateful for their present life circumstances. Through complete surrender and acceptance, the soul may be brought into peace and harmony. So accepting the life circumstances that might be difficult and hard to cope with. And we might put with that some lime oil. So lime is about the heart space. It's very refreshing and uplifting. So it's about zest for life. Lime can also assist individuals who have overly developed their intellectual capacities but have neglected to develop themselves emotionally. This oil encourages balance between the heart and mind. It clears congestion from the heart region, assisting individuals in feeling safe and at home in their heart. Lime dispels apathy and resignation and instills hope, joy, courage, and the determination to face all of life's challenges. So it could be a lovely combo, spikenard and lime. Okay. It's been nice in the middle of the day, hasn't it? Well, it might be a bit rainy today, but when it's sunny in the middle of the day, it's probably a good time to go and stick your feet out in the grass. All right, so now I'm asking if there's anything stuck in particular parts of the spine that are preventing our posture from being good. So we're going to go into L3. So I'm just going to use Ina Siegel's book, The Secret Language of Your Body. You might have seen that one. I think I got it at Big W. All right. Experience problems with communication and commitment in relationships. And knee pain is also connected to the L3. All right, so we're going to plug in an adjustment. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go into T11. Feeling second best is hiding in there, like there's something wrong with you. All right, and we're going to go into T6. So I'm going to plug in an adjustment for T11. Carrying too many burdens, stresses, and problems. difficulty in making empowering decisions. So stomach problems, indigestion, heartburn, bloating, feelings of heaviness, and weight problems such as obesity, all stuck in that T6. So we're going to plug in an adjustment for T6. T1, so which is like if you look at the big bump on your neck, that's around there. So feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities, wanting to run and hide and let someone else take over. So you could also have like pain in your arms, hands, wrists, and fingers. You might also have colds. Here you go. Have difficulty breathing, experience shortness of breath, and in acute cases develop asthma. So now we're going into C5. So fear of being wrong, dread of being humiliated, embarrassed, or ridiculed. Feeling overburdened, strained, and limited. Affects the vocal cords, may experience laryngitis, hoarseness, and sore throat. Lucky I'm going for my adjustment tonight. Need it. Feeling rejected. This is in C2. Inflexible, thinking that you know better than others. And again, sinuses can come in with C2. Okay, big breath in. So we're just plugging in all those adjustments. So it's some of the emotions and the things stuck in those areas can affect our ability to have good posture. So it's really good to clear the energy around different areas of your spine so that when you get an adjustment, your body can hold it, because we've talked about what is hiding in there. So all right, so I've not got the right diary. So our next Energy Works get together is, I'm thinking, the 12th of September. And also we've got an advanced Energy Works, which anyone that's done Energy Works can come to. It's just a good opportunity to revise your skills, learn a couple more talents, learn some more muscles, and more about, I guess, epigenetics and other, testing our DNA patterns. So anyway, you'd be welcome to come if you feel so inclined to do that. So that's the 29th, 30th, and 31st of October. All right. So any other comments or things that you would like to clear? Anything else that's bothering you at this particular point before I close the call? Thank you for your patience, and hope that you can be enjoying your best posture and your best health. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. So she's saying it's hard to accept constant problems sometimes. It is hard to accept. We like to think that we can rise above these things. So I guess we learn through each of our problems, don't we? We learn new skills, we grow our capacity, our resilience increases. even though we might not enjoy the difficulties that happen and the problems. I'm loving my life. Now, there might be some parts of our life that we do not love, but it's okay to work through the things that are difficult. All right, age 6, age 10, 18, 26, 27, 28, 35, 36, 37, 38, 43, 50, 56, 65. I allow myself to do things I love. Sometimes that is hard when you feel you have so much duty and so much responsibility. It does feel hard to walk away from all the things that we have. Age 5. And 8. So lots of times in our life where there things get stuck, and sometimes we just didn't know how to deal with it. So it's like allowing ourselves the time now to process the things that we couldn't process when we were little kids. So now we have the space and the time to understand. All right, so let's go into our base chakra. So sometimes this knocks around who we feel we are. So poor boundaries comes up. So sometimes we have trouble saying no. And I could put my hand up for that one at times. I know when to say no. All right, so you the fixer or the solver. So this is a generational pattern. So mom and her mom feeling like you have to fix things or solve things for other people. So how about we change it to being the assistant rather than the fixer or the solver, so we can assist other people to help them solve their problems and not take the responsibility to solve other people's problems for them. Alrighty. So unless there's anything else someone wants to bring up now, I'll close the call. But thank you for being on there. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for trying to improve yourself. Thank you for, trying to hold yourself up high, trying to have a good posture, trying to look people in the eye and to be proud of who you are and what you've got through. And, when you look at all the things that you've got through in your life, you have to feel good about yourself. And it's like whatever life throws at you, you'll find a way because you always have. All right. Well, I'm hoping that you have a beautiful day. Thank you for being on the call. Just refresh that. Okay. All right. Well, have a wonderful day, and may we all improve in our posture, in our health, and in our attitude to life, that we don't let the things beat us down. Okay. See you.